This is one Fresno resident's story worthy of recording and sharing. Magdalena Nagy is now in her 99th year and has been here in the Central Valley for over 6 decades. In this 6th chapter, Magdalena and the family leave the small village of Wasserburg am Inn for Louis's new job in the Bavarian capital of Munich. Life shifts from post-war survival to a degree of prosperity and normalcy, complete with bingo Thursdays, drives to nearby towns, lakes, and mountains, and even their first ski vacation. Eventually, Louis's Munich work ends, and the family must move on to shorter stays in other Bavarian locations until they are in the northern city of Bremen, about to board the ship to America.
Yes, Louis went to Munich, München, and got in touch with his old-time friend Yoko Gaji. And Yoko Gaji said, Louis, come to München, I do everything for you. You can bring your wife, you can bring your daughter, and you get right away in the same job like I am, and you get a job like a class 2 officer, and you get housing, but you will have to stay here for a whole week and let your wife know that this whole week you have to stay here of the Karlbachstrasse, and then you go back and then you bring your wife and then you quit Wasserburg for good, and then you come here. I don't know how happy I was when Louis came home with the tremendous new project that he will be able to do that, and he find his friend, and his friend find him very well. They will do all kinds of things together when they go shopping from one PX to the other, and the plane was already made, and we go to München, and we will have a little housing in Pasing. Once we visit from München to Augsburg, because, you know, that was a very interesting. We were already very much in München. And we went just a little bit on the bus or on the streetcar. It was a Saturday, Sunday. Louis didn't have a car at that time. He didn't have the permission yet because he was under the driving lessons, because he had to go through the driving lessons. And one more week until he will be taking the test, and then he will be able to get a car maybe on Sundays. So, but as we stand on the corner, a soldier just drove by. He said, "Hey, Louis, what you doing?" And he said, "Well, we're just walking. Look, my new car. Would you like to have a ride?" And he said, Louis said, "Yes, why not?" And he said, okay, Duliko and Marianne, let's go. So we sat into the car, and as we sit in the car, he said, "This is the first time he is driving." Oh, Louis said, "Oh my gosh, I hope he's doing good. This is the first time he's driving that car." And so we got to Augsburg. And in Augsburg, we got out to a commissary or to a PX, and Louis asked, "What would you like to have?" "Yes, I like to have I like to have Hershey chocolate. And the soldier was so nice, he went into the PX and brought out right away a whole box. And I asked Louis, does he give this whole box to us? Of course. And, and I said, oh, can I eat it? And we just ate and ate and ate. It was so good. I haven't had chocolate since I left Budapest or whatnot. It was so good. And then after that ride, he took us back to München, and then we went home to Pasing. Yeah, Pasing. In München, Louis was a so-called second-class officer, which one meant that he already got between German marks and also script dollar payment, which one was really very welcome because we could really live from that very well in Germany. So, and on Thursdays, there was also in the officers' club, which one, you know, in München, he had a friend who really brought him to München. We went to the bingo games on Thursdays. And we played bingo, and Louis was winning. The very first time he was winning, and he won a little coffee set after the dinner coffee set, the small one. And the next Thursday, I won a tablecloth. And then I think that's 2 times we went by. That next time already Louis had his driver's license, and then he could already ask on Fridays or Saturdays if he could get a car from the military garage, which one was available for people to use it on the weekend. So he was allowed to use a car, and that was then the most beautiful time in München. The drive around, he already drive. One of the nicest surprises when we were already in Munich, and we met such a nice German friends. Meyer Girgel was his name, and the daughter, I forgot the wife name, but her daughter name was Antje. And they said, why don't you come with us? We are spending 1 week in Reitenwinkel. We go to a nice hotel, you get your room, we get our room, and we go skiing. And I right away said that we cannot, we don't know how to ski. Oh, that's all right. They put, you just try it. You will like it. You just try it. And I said, but I don't have anything to wear. No, and maybe I have, because I bought a long time ago some kind of shoes, which one might be all right, but nothing else. And Louis said, oh, that will be fun. So we signed up, and here came the vacation time, and we went with the train, and we arrived in Reitenwinkel. There was nice snowing, big snow there, everything was beautiful. And I had some winter clothes on, maybe I had the boots on, and Louis had neckties on and jacket, and they came so well German way dressed in ski outfit and everything. And then they laughed a little bit, but then they said, well, I said, well, Girgel, I am sorry, we just are not used to have everything. We are away from home yet. But anyway, we had a great time. All three of them, they were skiing, and we just were doing nice things and went to eat and laughed a little bit, and we had a great time. That was a nice vacation, and I enjoyed so much the scenery. It was beautiful. And then we went back to Munich and went back to the normal life again. But that little vacation was very good. Oh, we were so many times invited to the Girgels. They lived in Obermenzing. There was, from München, there was Untermenzing and Obermenzing. They had such a nice house there, you know. Yeah, the Oktoberfest was also sehr lebendig and sehr schön immer in München. Die Oktoberfest. So viele Leute, so viel Musik, so viel Hanky-Panky and so viel. It was so interesting and it was so much fun. And so you could, I just see it in front of my eyes today, how those waitresses with 3-4 kriegel of beer working with 2 hands and bringing out to the audience, I mean to the people. And they were laughing and half a little drunk and laughing and eating chicken and spitz, and then the gute Wurst and pretzel. That was just so much fun. And there was always so much wild type of dancing, and I just couldn't see how much beer they drank. Oh my gosh, I mean, I see it in front of my eyes. If you ever go to a Oktoberfest, you will never see the end of it. Beer, beer, and beer. Oh, dessert. I don't remember any dessert. No, not on the benches they have holding arms to arms and singing all kinds of melodies and swinging back and forth, all a room, and everybody is so happy and gay and so just swinging, and I don't even know the songs anymore. I used to know the songs, but I don't remember that. Ja, wer soll das bezahlen? Ja, wer hat so viel Pinky, wer hat so viel Geld? Das war one of the songs. Wer soll das bezahlen? And then when Louis got the car and we could go out of ride, then we went to Wörthersee, then we went to Stamberger See, then we went to Mittenwald. Louis had to go because we went to Mittenwald, then Louis had to stay there for a whole month. And so I had to stay alone because he had to transfer from his job in München to Mittenwald. He had to work there, and that was a whole month's job. Later on, Louis got more and more transfer. So very soon it seems that the Munich will be ending because we have to go someplace else. And that what happened when came the words, no, Louis has to leave, we cannot be anymore in München. That job is for him over, and we were first transferred to Augsburg. And in Augsburg, that housing what we got, that was not a very nice one. But anyway, the room with the bathroom, we got 2 rooms, kitchen and the bathroom, that was nice. But the whole house, it was full of other refugees and those, sorry to tell you, but not everybody was too clean, you know. So, but anyway, I was lucky because he was still counted as a 2-class officer. He got a cleaning lady, so it was good because once the cleaning lady came, I could always ask her. He scrubbed the floor with waterized soap because that way it was clean, because the wooden floor was not parquet or so, because wooden floor. In Augsburg, I think that was already in the second, it's not officers' club, because that man was only a sergeant who invited us, because his wife was Hungarian, and they had already a little boy. And we were invited to that club, and we had a really great time. And the sad part was it was really a very nice woman, but she talked to me always in Hungarian. She said, I just want to go to America, and that's all I want. And as soon as I step down, I leave him. And I said, please don't do that. Please, how can you do that? Don't you see how he loves me? And she said, no. So I don't want to talk more about that. That's their business. But you know how interesting it was, because that man later on appeared again in the army language school. And at that time, Louis was first still in the army language school until he lost the job because the shortness of student coming in. And he said, Louis, remember me from Augsburg? Of course I remember you. You know why I am in army language school? That I learn more and more Hungarian because I want to win back my wife. Wasn't that touchy? It was so touchy. And I never know if it happened or not. Nothing, I don't know anymore about it. But and from Augsburg, then we were again transferred. Then we were already assigned for Auswanderung. And I asked Louis, could we stay a little bit longer in Germany? He said, well, we can stay as long as we are able, but we cannot go too long because then we end up someplace else, which one we don't like. And you know, we are already settled that we will go to Texas. And I said, do you like it? Will you like it? I said, yes, because the officer told me, Louis, you are a tall man and Texas people need tall men. You will be going to Dallas, Texas. And Louis was happy for it. So then once we were transferred to Bad Cannstatt. That was a beautiful place, but Bad Cannstatt, we already stayed only 2 weeks. Meanwhile, I already had some saved money, and I went shopping. Because in the way sometimes we went also with the car to Stuttgart. And I went to the Württembergische Metallfabrik, and I saw that beautiful Esswaren, and I wanted to have that so badly, those versilberte Esswaren. And I had enough money together that I could buy this to take it with us. I already fixed up, still back in Germany, my suitcases, because they were brand new. In Germany, I still have leftover money because Louis was paid with American scrip dollar and also German Reichsmark. And so I could take care of so many things in advance, and I wanted to be sure I leave enough money when we arrive that Louis will have a nice suit if he has to go to his first job, that he can just be presentable in his nice clothes. So I had enough money to buy some before we went to Bremen. We went also in Bad Cannstatt and to Stuttgart. And in Stuttgart I bought some porcelain and some silverware. And I could also wrap this up and bring it along because it was allowed to take that. And then in 2 suitcases, I had a Luftkoffer and Louis had a bigger coffer, and we only had those 2 suitcases, which one was packed as best we could do and get together what we have left and what we could still get nicer things back from Germany. And so we were already in Munich, we were in Bad Cannstatt, we were in the Augsburg in the Christmas party, which one was very, very nice. And then we got, after Bad Cannstatt, the next station was Bremerhaven. In Bremerhaven, we got to Bremerhaven after we left Bad Cannstatt. That was our last station in Germany when Louis said we cannot stay in Germany anymore. We are already booked for the next ship, which one is Harry Taylor named ship, and we will have to go to Bremerhaven and wait there for there. So we get to Bremerhaven, and there was already just a lager type of situation, which one right away it was not very comfortable looking, and Louis said, "Don't worry, I have a friend already here. We will get a private room." And so we got a private room, and we could stay there with Marianne. And we waited until we were called. It was about 2 weeks. Actually, the passport and visa, we came when it was already decided. Oh, that came before we even the passport and visa came when it was already decided that we are accepted to go on to America. which one we were all anyway delayed at least a year because I love to be so much longer in Germany. And then that was already decided that our passport and visa is to Dallas, Texas.